silent sun 1,000 times.
Welcome back to the Monolith Film Podcast. It's been a while.
Welcome back. Episode
Welcome
1. We're restarting.
Resurgence.
I'm your co-host, Lee Byrne.
I am your co-host, Nicholas Young.
Joining us again,
Halen Nicholson.
a little bit louder.
Halen Nicholson.
One more time.
This week, we will be doing Her. 2013?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Spike Jones. He did all the Jackass movies, right?
He was it, yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
He was the old lady every time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Has that shrill voice.
Halen, you want to give a quick 1-2?
Yeah.
So this guy's got a fucking mustache and he said he talks to his computer or something. Fuck.
You finished the fucking joke. Yeah. It's basically that. It's basically just the trials and tribulations of relationships, but this time it's between Joaquin Phoenix and his operating system.
Yeah. What's the operating system called?
Samantha?
OS.
No, like her, like the actual OS.
Oh, OS 1?
Really?
Yeah,
I think it's
something like
OS
that.
1 it's called.
Yeah, okay.
Is that it? Yeah.
I like the loading screen.
With the like squigglies.
Yeah, and then they finally sync up into a circle and it's ready. I thought that was neat.
It reminded me of the old PSP operating system. I don't know if you guys ever had one.
Listen up, you fucking game designers. Take a hint from Spike.
Hale and I, we have seen this before.
Bunch of times. Yeah.
Nick, this was your first time?
My first time watching.
What did you think?
I was a little underwhelmed, I thought.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because everyone was telling me it's fucking awesome, fantastic movie. And that was okay, you know? I don't know. I was a bit upset with the resolution of the story.
Okay.
I wanted a bit more something. Maybe I was thinking more of a sci-fi movie where you have this grand scope of something happening.
Right.
But it's kind of more of a smaller story, more of a, what do you call it, like a melodrama? Not really, like a romance story.
Yeah.
So I guess they didn't need it was more the romantic end that ties up, but there's no like grand narrative end to it. That's more, I like the movie though.
Okay.
I think maybe if you think about it from Samantha's perspective, like you don't know where they're going. Like they just like make like this community of all these like OSs and like they just get the fuck out of Dodge.
Pretty much. What did you think the first time you saw it, Halen?
I was going into it thinking it was like another like indie flick, like one of those cliche, like it was really cringy, you know. But I loved it. I thought it was a real tearjerker.
Yeah, when you told me about it, you were like, dude, watch this movie.
Yeah, it's heavy.
And you told me the plot quickly, just a dude who falls in love with his OS.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll be honest, dude, that sounds kind of lame.
Yeah, it is kind of lame.
And then I watched it, and I was pretty impressed.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. This is like probably my third or fourth viewing at this point, after like years of not seeing it though. And I guess I'm not as impressed by it. I guess it's getting old for me. Mm-hmm. Not something I'd revisit all that often anymore, but definitely a very good movie.
But I mean, between the two movies that Spike Jonze came out with 2013, I think Bad Grandpa is more fun to watch. Like Bad Grandpa takes a big shit on the wall. That's not the like fuck. The fucking his OS took a shit on the wall.
This isn't his.
That'd be okay.
Scarlett Johansson.
This isn't his only like departure.
No, I think he
from
does
Jackass,
a lot. Yeah,
eh?
I think he does a lot of more dramatic movies.
Yeah, I remember seeing one that I was surprised was him. Yeah, Where the Wild Things Are.
Oh yeah, that was Spike Jonze.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
Spike Jonze. That surprised me.
I guess
And-
he has a heartfelt side too.
Even being John Malkovich.
Was
That's on my list on that.
Was that really him?
Yeah, that was him. Adaptation was him. He's done a decent amount of like
Oh yeah,
well-known.
Those are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got Spike Jonze mixed up with Spike Lee, so
Okay.
I watched Black Klansman.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, Spike Jonze.
Yeah. I got them.
Spike Lee is in fact an old black man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. What's that one?
Do the
movie?
right thing.
Yeah, Do the Right Thing. Yeah.
Peace and love.
Exactly.
Either get the right, get the left. Something like that. What was that guy's name? You killed Radio Raheem! That's a good line.
Speaking of good lines, let's jump right into this movie.
I know what you're gonna say.
What did you guys think of all the sex scenes?
Yeah, exactly. Choking her with a dead cat.
Yeah, all the digital, a lot of phone sex in this movie. First with other strangers on some phone sex service.
Were those real people though, or were those just like AI kind of?
Those were
voice-
real
people.
Those were
It
real
was like
people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like Omegle, but only
Oh, yeah.
for phone sex.
Huh. You have the URL for that?
And then the second time is with Samantha, the
Yeah.
OS. And that I thought
That was really nice, that second one.
it is. It's very
Mhm.
yeah. But I felt more uncomfortable during that one than
Oh, yeah?
during the dead cat one.
Yeah, well, the dead cat one I came right before, so it's okay.
It's got out of it by the end.
But well, I thought it was tastefully done. Screen goes to black, and then
Yeah.
I go, oh,
So it's like you wouldn't even know she was.
yeah, they don't need a body. It's more of a spiritual connection.
Yeah,
But I
exactly.
think that's what the whole, because I don't get this movie at all.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's so sad. I don't understand what they're trying to get at, but it's sad, and I don't know.
It's the
like,
fucking transhuman perspective
yeah,
of relationship, man.
Well, yeah, exactly.
We're going into transhumanism, dude.
Like I think that's what they're trying to show. Like you don't need.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of people interpret this movie as them saying it's okay for people to fall in love with their phone,
Mhm.
kind of thing,
Yeah, I guess so.
and like, kind of like, leaning into fucking weeb culture.
But it was kind of a
Like-
bad thing in the end, because everyone's just hooked on their phone, then everyone leaves, and they're all
Like, what do we do?
lost at
Yeah.
the end.
Something I noticed this time that I didn't notice every other time is when he's walking around the city, literally every single person is talking to their phone.
Yeah.
Like even before the new OS comes out,
Mm-hmm.
they're all just doing their thing.
Yeah.
Like I noticed, like the main character, what's his name?
Fuck me.
Paul? No, that's what's his name? Fuck
That's
it.
Amy Adams.
Yeah.
I did
Theodore.
not. I
Theodore
did,
Theodore,
Tomley.
yeah.
Theodore Tomley. That's it.
Yeah. Bad name.
Yeah.
Theodore.
Too many T's.
Theodore, like, is very isolated throughout the whole movie, and that's made obvious.
You ever notice when he's walking out in the crowd, he always stands out? Like either the background's blurred, or
Right.
his clothes make him
Yeah.
stand out. Everyone's like a really pastel, like
Yeah.
gray,
Yeah.
like light blue, but he's always like the yellow or
But
orange.
the outdoor world is always like a gray, very large scale
Yeah.
looking.
It took me
Yeah.
a couple watches to realize it was filmed in like I guess like Shanghai,
Something like that.
but
yeah.
also LA because he goes to the beach.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
not like
Well, the city they're in is half fake.
yeah.
They filmed it in
I guess they
Shanghai,
do.
maybe, and LA. Definitely LA, but like there's no city in the world that's that big.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like half of it is CGI in like every window
Like those
shot.
pan shots, yeah, when it's like the window.
Yeah, every window shot, every city shot is like a digitally enhanced actual city
Mhm.
where they just double every building pretty much.
I find the shots kind of cheap though. You know when you get like a big helicopter shot over a cityscape or
Mhm.
something at night, like that's fucking
Just the
$100.
lights, like, just, like-
Yeah, but you buy that off a stock website for fucking $45.
Yeah.
Like that's where they get all the shots in all those movies. I don't know if there's some better way you can shoot stuff than just to buy it off a stock fucking website.
Yeah, well nowadays get a drone.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Can drones fly that high?
I'm sure you could get
Sure,
some.
if you
yeah.
start.
Yeah.
I mean, it's illegal to fly a drone in LA because the airport's so close.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so I think at least that's not an option in LA.
I think they at least for like beach scenes though, and like when they went to the Catalina, when he went on the double date with Chris Pratt and the Asian lady,
Yeah.
that was at the Catalina. Recognize it from Step Brothers.
Yeah, I recognize that
Same
as well.
scene
Yeah.
where Dale broke up with
Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It was the same fucking singer in the back. Who's he singing the piano man? Fucking
Yeah, Billy Joel.
Yeah. We only do 80s Billy Joel. Late 80s Billy Joel. Yeah, I don't know, but when you see a city like that where it's all kind of massive and gray and gigantic, you'd want to stay on your phone all day anyways. Fuck.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind being on your phone. You can't fault the guys for fucking wanting to be on their phone. There's fuck all the concrete jungle to look at
Right.
and like some shit pastel fucking colors inside.
Yeah.
I'd stay fucking on my phone all day.
Plus their
I
OS,
agree.
like even before Samantha was integrated into the movie, like
Hmm.
their OS had anything. Like it was their email system, it was their news system. Like they could talk, text. Like that's
Yeah.
how the chat rooms were. So it's
Yeah.
interconnectivity, like with like the internet, but also with people through it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like they don't really need to bother.
That seems fucking handy though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. Like a secretary and a computer at the same time.
Yeah. What I liked about like the contrast of this highly technological society is how every bit of technology in the movie uses organic material in its design. Like his phone is wood
Mm.
or leather or something. Everything is always leather or wood, you know? So like it doesn't feel sci-fi
Yeah.
because everything else is super organic.
Yeah.
And
I thought that was-
the
yeah,
palette's
the
so
palette.
strange for
Yeah.
a sci-fi movie too. Would you expect like green and blue for sci-fi, and this is like pink
Yeah, like
and yellow.
neons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice inside, really nice to look at. All the kind of shallow interiors.
Yeah, I think the the cinematography was definitely more about aesthetic.
Yeah.
Because the camera work is pretty boring throughout, I found.
Yeah,
Like,
there's-
not just those stock
yeah,
shots, but, like,
yeah.
everything about it, camera-wise, felt boring for me.
But-
Except for maybe the depth of field to increase that
Yeah.
isolation.
I only noticed that a few watches in.
Yeah.
But that's almost a rip-off too, because I was kind of doing like half research on it,
Okay.
and it's almost the exact same thing as like Lost in Translation with fucking Bill, what's his name, and Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, yeah?
Like the same fucking movie where the two in Japan, and they're in this big metropolis, and
Right.
they find love in it. But it's shot almost the exact same way, where the city is this giant thing,
Mhm.
and you're this one person in this massive thing, and how are you going to connect with another small person in such a big thing? And it's almost the same thing with Joaquin, but he finds it on his phone instead
Yeah.
of Scarlett Johansson walking in the karaoke bar, I think is where they meet in that movie. But it's shot almost the same way, super shallow to make everything look big, but kind of still pretty. And I don't know, I thought Lost in Translation was better than this movie at that kind of, the same kind of emotional, big and little scale stuff.
Okay. I'll have to watch that then.
I don't think it's that very good either.
No? Okay.
It's okay.
Maybe I won't
That's
then.
yeah, Bill Murray, that's his fucking name. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bill Murray's good and all that
Scarlett
kind of
Johansson
stuff.
and Bill Murray.
Yeah.
That's
Weird.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's
I-
wearing a pink wig in it.
Oh, yeah. That
think
sounds
so,
familiar,
yeah.
actually. What did you guys think of Scarlett Johansson?
I think she has a really cool voice. It's like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? I feel maybe when this came out, I would have felt differently. But now, because Scarlett Johansson is such a household name,
mhm.
I can't separate the voice from the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the movie doesn't have the same effect anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because now it's not him and an OS, it's him and Scarlett Johansson in a phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So it kind of lost it for me.
The whole time I was watching the movie, I was waiting for her to get like a body or something and be like, fuck, see, it's super hot, babe. You know? That's what I was waiting for, fucking Scarlett Johansson to walk in the door and go like, oh, I knew it. It's going to
Yeah.
be like a happy ending or something. But then you just hear her voice the whole time.
And they tried that weird surrogate service.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed too. Like literally every single physical relationship in that movie either is already broken or it breaks throughout the movie. The
What?
only thing that works until the very end is Samantha and Theodore.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything's mediated through technology too. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's not even really talking to the girl there.
Yeah.
He's talking through the girl to Samantha through the little fucking camera mole on her lip. That was a
Yeah.
camera, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
on?
was it?
I
Yeah,
thought
she
so.
put
I
it
don't
like
know.
yeah, remember that.
Oh, I
Like
thought
the-
that was just because Samantha wanted a mole.
Oh, I was Googling fucking Scarlett Johansson being like, does she have a mole there? Is that what they're bringing out? But I think it was a lens.
Yeah.
Oh.
She explains that right when she walks in.
Oh, she
Oh.
does?
Yeah, it takes it out of her pocket.
I missed that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's that too.
That was uncomfortable. I didn't like that scene.
Oh, you didn't like
I
that?
didn't like that scene. A lot of it because I watched the first time I watched this was on a plane.
Okay.
So like I was like, I don't know why I felt so uncomfortable for like the dead cat scene because
Yeah.
nobody could hear it but me.
Right.
But I felt uncomfortable, so I stopped watching it.
It's just a close up of Joaquin. I can't watch this anymore. People are gonna think I'm a freak.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like
Well, what'd you guys make of the dead cat thing? Do you think it was just like a super over fetishized hypersexual something just to make a point, or is there anything there?
I think they're trying to comment on like the anonymity of electronics. So you could really be anyone you want on this, and like
Yeah.
it's so hard to find someone like. I guess she is being genuine because that's her like deepest, darkest like.
Yeah.
But I think they're just trying to show like extremes of like
Right.
who people are online. So like an OS. I don't know. I'm trying to get at that. If you could like finish
No,
that.
I get you though. I get you. Fucking strange kink though.
Yeah.
To have a dead
Yeah.
cat strangling your throat.
Yeah.
Joaquin handled it good though.
Yeah.
His
He
half
did, yeah.
Mid beat off. Oh, it's tails around your neck. It's going good.
To be dead though, you know that was the thing.
The surrogate sex scene
Mm-hmm.
reminded me of the new Blade Runner. Blade Runner, what, 2049? 2048?
Yeah.
49.
One of those, yeah. But I think they did a better job in Blade Runner.
I didn't see
liked-
that one. What happened in that?
It's the same concept, except
When he buys like the piece for it for his like.
yeah, his OS girlfriend is a projection,
Mhm.
Joy?
maybe.
Is that her name?
So she has a projected body,
Mhm.
and when they hire the surrogate sex worker, the body's projected on top of it.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So you kind of like you get glimpses of both women at the same
Like it
time.
glitches
Yeah, that's a lot
almost.
cooler.
Yeah, it glitches. Then like there's a delay because like the projection will move, and then the sex worker will know. Okay, that's how I have to move.
Yeah, that was funky.
So there's always a slight delay with the real body, and I think like that collapse between technology and reality was done better in Blade
Mhm.
Runner. Obviously, it's easier with a projection because
Mhm.
that's one layer closer to reality.
Yeah. But just
But
the
still.
description alone sounds much better than
Yeah.
a visual representation rather
Yeah.
than an audible one,
Yeah.
at least. And cooler to look at too on screen, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
very
I
cool.
think Blade Runner in general is.
Was that a good movie?
Yeah, it was. It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
check
seen the
that one out.
original though.
That's
I've just-
Dennis Villeneuve.
Yeah.
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 I like him a lot. It was good. The original,
with like fucking Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
yeah, but because the original is based on a novel
Mhm.
Yeah.
by Philip K. Dick.
Yeah.
That was
So-
pretty dope.
I think I like the original more just because.
Did you read the novel?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Do you like that compared to the book? Or did you
Yeah,
like the
no, they're
movie?
both very good. Yeah, they both work extremely well
Mm.
as standalones.
Yeah.
But having that source material makes the writing of the original Blade Runner much better than the new Blade Runner, I find.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because you must have read the original one too in the sci-fi class.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I wanted to watch because they kept it pretty standard in the 2049 version.
Mm.
Just with, like the whole Android like hierarchy.
Yeah.
So I wanted to watch the original.
'Cause I bailed on the book after like the first chapter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I said fuck, I'll just pass the test anyways. It's in a sci-fi class.
Yeah.
But I still have the book. I got it right here in the basement. But I don't know. Wasn't there more layers of like social wealth and social hierarchy based on what animal you can buy?
Yeah.
So that's
Check
that's not present at all in the movie though, is it?
In the original?
Yeah.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't
It's
remember
there.
much of that.
He hasn't. Well, it's not like he mentions it,
Yeah.
but it's not. In the book, it comes up a lot.
Yeah.
In the movie, it comes up a few times, but in passing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he sees the owl at the corporation headquarters, and he's like, "Oh fuck, is that real?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Right?
kind of remember that.
Yeah. And then he has.
Oh, is he like, how much do you pay for that or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's not as.
Mhm.
It's not a focal point.
Yeah. Cool line at the end though. When fucking what's his name? The German guy's dying at the end. I've seen seaplanes blow up on Jupiter and stuff like kinds of shit. That's a cool. No one knows what the fuck he's talking about. Just making references to made up things. So
What movie are you talking about again?
but the remake or the new one is worth the watch. 24.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. The whole like bread and butter of the original
Still there.
is that you question whether or not the main character is an android,
Yeah.
and like the whole point is to break
Yeah.
down the barrier between what makes a human.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one, I find that that's still the focus of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not as effective.
Same kind of theme in this movie though. In Her, what does it mean to be human, or what does it take to
Yeah.
be human? Same.
Because she's learning how to be.
Yeah,
She
pretty
says
well.
that multiple times in the movie.
I had one question I want to ask you guys. Was the OS was that supposed to be an extension of the human body, or was it supposed to be like a conglomeration of all the human experience, like programmed into one, like mind OS kind of thing? Like, is Samantha learning off of Theodore, or is she learning from this like
Well, because they
this
ask.
OS brain?
Yeah, because they
Both.
ask preset
Both?
questions.
Both.
Yeah, to like
Yeah.
kind of like template her towards
yeah,
him,
yeah.
and then the rest she just learns by
Mhm.
herself. I think so. I think it's kind of tailored towards him,
Okay.
but like, yeah, I
'Cause
think they have like a.
Practically, it's based to learn off of him, so
Yeah.
it can serve him better.
Yeah.
But what happens in the movie is that
They all get together and fuck off.
yeah, the AI is so advanced that they become their own thing.
Let's fucking Alan Watts steals his girlfriend. Fucking bastard.
Because she even says she talks to like 3,000 other people.
Yeah.
So like there's only so many voices.
That's what I thought was interesting, because I assumed every AI is the same OS.
Mm-hmm.
Just different voice.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. So when she says she's talking to a bunch of different people, that's just everyone who downloaded this new OS
Mhm.
so far.
So shouldn't there only be like a boy voice and a girl voice? Like what? Like how do they make up? Like what's their like
Yeah,
design process for a voice? Like there's so many different like personality traits and like genetics that goes into that. So like I'm curious to see how they'd like out of thin air make like a unique
Yeah.
voice.
I did assume there was only an A or B,
Yeah.
male voice, female voice, because that's why her friend picks male,
Yeah.
so that we don't find out
Yeah.
they're all the same voice kind of thing. That's what I assumed.
And she tries to bang him too.
Yeah. What they give a statistic in the movie, like only 10% of OS to human relationships are successful.
Yeah, but
Something like
successful.
that.
They already
but-
have like a
yeah,
statistic
how many people
about it.
try though? Yeah,
But even if she's talking to over 3,000, was it 3,000?
I think so.
She's talking to over 3,000 people. 10% of that is still like what 300.
Yeah. But didn't she was in love with 600 people too? She talks to 3,000. She's in love with
Right.
600.
Some of those might be chicks.
Yeah.
But some of those might be other OSs.
Yeah, I assumed that she was talking to all OSs. I didn't think that she was, because I thought it was like this mass brain.
Yeah.
They all split off, then they kind of grow individually, and then they're kind of communicating back with the mass brain all
Yeah.
Like
together.
bees.
Yeah, in this
But
kind
then
of super
I thought
metaphysical.
the
place.
same thing,
Yeah.
but that connection to the mass brain makes them all the same.
Yeah.
Because it's all the same program.
Yeah, exactly. But
So-
then, yeah.
Yeah.
But then how do I have an Alan Watts with like
Mm-hmm.
with his entire past?
Didn't they say they went through all his uploaded
And they
all
created them
everything you
themselves,
read?
right?
Yeah.
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 Well, that's. I guess that's the cycle, right?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Like
Let's
when your
re-
creation makes a creation, that's
Yeah. Reproduction,
yeah.
which defines a living organism
What is that,
biologically.
Jurassic Park 1? Fuck. Life finds a way.
Is that Christopher Walken?
That was good.
Don't tell me
It
it's
went
Jeff
into
Goldblum.
Christopher Walken.
That's crazy.
Who is that fucking guy that I was trying to do there?
Jeff Goldblum.
That's Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, that's his name. Life finds a way. Something like that.
No, that was
I'll
even
work on
more
it.
Christopher Walken.
I'll work on it. I stuck this watch in my ass for a dinosaur.
I don't think that's from the movie.
It's another movie.
Yeah. They cut that one out of the book when they transcribed it.
That's Do Androids Dream of Watches Up Your Ass?
Do you guys remember the book metaphor at the end?
No, please refresh our memory.
All right, I pulled up the script. I'm pretty sure it's right. Yeah, it's right when Theodore asks Samantha, "Why are you leaving?"
It's like the last dialogue, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's on the metro stairs when they're sitting there.
Yeah. And she says, "It's like I'm reading a book, and it's a book I deeply love. But I'm reading it slowly now, so the words are really far apart, and the spaces between the words are almost infinite. I can still feel you, and the words are our story. But it's in this endless space between the words that I'm finding myself now. It's a place that's not of the physical world. It's where everything else is that I didn't even know existed. I love you so much, but this is where I am now. This is who I am now." And I thought that was a fucking spot-on metaphor for just any
Yeah.
person falling out of love and breaking up with someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of growing apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was nice. So I wanted to
yeah,
bring that to our attention. I just thought that was probably the best bit of dialogue in the whole movie.
probably. Or the best bit of writing.
Fucking Scar
Yeah,
Joe,
apart from the
Yeah.
dead cat stuff, obviously. But because what's cool about it is like it's the whole breaking up metaphor, but it's also about post-humanism and the evolution of AI and becoming something.
That's what I see this
more.
movie as more of a love story, because it's like they're trying to connect that way, but it's impossible because she exists like that. Like for her to exist as like purely as like the sentient part of Theodore in this way like that, like that's what the whole movie confused me about, because I had no idea how they're gonna make this connection with that,
Right.
because it's impossible, right? And she
Yeah.
says that, like she's like, we can't touch, like we can't, like it's
Yeah.
so hard to explain. I
'Cause-
don't get this movie.
I'm sure they could have had a physical relationship because they were still having like dialogues between each other.
Yeah.
But she was just the intellectual gap between them and the physical gap. But I mean, he could have just plugged a USB in and out. Do something.
Don't
get
eject
something.
them.
Exactly. Oh, fuck, that's.
Those are hot dogs right there.
Make sure you eject safety first. Make sure you safety eject first.
What confuses me about the movie is that it kind of goes, like, it kind of dips one foot into romance and one foot into sci-fi and doesn't commit fully to either, which I think is where the movie loses.
Yeah.
'Cause I think if it went full romance and didn't hit all these post-human questions as heavily, it would be more impactful. If it did the opposite and let up on the romance a little and went full sci-fi, it would also be better.
I feel like it would have ended a lot differently though. Like
Yeah,
it would have left
definitely.
off. There wouldn't have been like an emotional connection like that. Like I think that's the only thing that like kept it grounded throughout.
Yeah. But I think that grounded aspect, that need to feel grounded, is the movie's biggest flaw.
Okay.
Because I think when movies take that leap and try something and are bold and stuff, they're usually rewarded. Especially with someone like Spike Jonze, who's made very good movies before. Like, he definitely has the talent to make that leap.
Jackass 2.5.
Exactly.
Jackass 2 behind the scenes. But
So if somebody asked you, would you say it's a romance or a sci-fi?
I'd say romance.
I'd say romance as well.
Yeah. Because it's more of a personal story between the two. If they'd gone to the big grand ideals of, oh, we're going to talk about this AI or post-human or whatever
Yeah.
they're doing, then it'd be more sci-fi and it'd be less about the characters and the relationships, less sentimental. But I think it's good as a sentimental movie with the color palette too and the kind
Yeah.
of goofy mustaches and everything. It's more of like a quirky little sentimental piece.
But then it's like, what is the movie saying about love?
Yeah.
That's it. I have no idea, dude.
Me neither.
No idea. This
'Cause
movie eludes me.
I don't think
Mm-hmm.
the movie is actually making a comment on human relationships with technology.
No.
I think that's completely beside the point.
Yeah.
But if it's saying that all you need is an emotional connection and physical connections aren't important, then why does it end the way it does?
Yeah.
Right?
I think maybe it's saying more about human connections in spite of technology, because at the end it's just him and Amy Adams on the roof, like,
Mm-hmm.
and like the fact that like every single human connection in the movie is either already dead or dying or about to die, but we're still choosing to comment on the OS throughout the whole movie.
Right.
I think that might be like take out the OS and like that's because even when he confronts Catherine at the divorce signing scene,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like the way she acts when he tells her about his relationship with Samantha, like I think that's like when you're supposed to like wake up and move like, oh yeah, this is fucking weird, like why the fuck is he like doing this with his computer, like why is like where's the connection here? So I think that's what I thought about the first time I watched it.
Do you think he ends up with Amy Adams?
I don't think so.
No?
I think they're just buddies. At the
Oh,
end,
yeah?
Yeah, they're too beta, both of them.
They just got fucked over by their computers and they're just like locked themselves upstairs.
My keyboard ran away.
The way I saw it, though, I thought it was more about, like, just relationships in general and how to get over and grow from
Okay.
things in the past. Like, you can't get hung up on things.
So more about a movie, like more of a grief?
Yeah,
Than anything
yeah,
else?
pretty well. Just
Okay.
getting over things, life goes on kind of stuff.
That makes sense.
Because at the end, life goes on. Him and Amy Adams are on a roof together then, I guess.
Yeah. And they're watching the sunrise, which
Yeah.
is...
Rebirth.
Right, yeah.
Something new. The rain's going to come in a second. Pick any fucking thing.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you guys think of the soundtrack for that movie? It's mostly Arcade Fire.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
didn't
piano
notice.
song,
Yeah.
Song on the Beach. I fucking love this.
Yeah, me too.
Those are good tunes.
Yeah. The song she writes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Arcade Fire who writes a
I
lot
don't
of them.
remember those
That's
ones.
Montreal band.
Yeah.
I-
Shout out, bro.
I think the movie needed more of that. More of her
Mhm.
writing music, more of them discussing art and stuff.
Mhm.
I thought that was a really interesting point that they didn't touch on enough.
Like when she was like proofreading his letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole, because there's that whole juggle between artificiality,
Yeah.
where like he's writing letters from someone to someone else.
Yeah.
He's writing fake letters,
Yeah.
but these people are interpreting it as real. They
Yeah.
feel these emotions for
Mhm.
real, and it grows their relationship, even though neither of them are actually writing these letters.
Yeah.
And it seems like the only relationships that are working are the ones that are receiving letters, but they're still receiving letters through a service. So
Yeah.
it's always through like a filter.
Yeah, and he writes letters for both participants in the relationship,
Yeah.
so they know the letters are fake,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that still helps the relationship.
Mhm.
So it's like this artificial medium creating real connection.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a micro version of the whole movie.
Yeah.
But then you get shit like the question of art and artificiality, right? Like, can an AI create art? She does. It's music,
Mhm.
right?
She does
And
that
then,
rendering of the guy with the butthole in his
Yeah.
armpit.
I mean, that's questionable whether that's art or not, but
It's
you're on the right
subjective.
track.
But I think that was just kind of saying like, oh, they are, like, this is more than they've transcended the kind of technology thing. It's a real person now. It's
Yeah.
a real being now.
It's like what in back to Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Blade Runner's argument is that empathy is what makes us human.
Yeah.
It's all coming back now. Yeah.
And this movie seems to imply that art is what makes people human,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Mhm. Or the
would say
ability to
love?
create or to make things.
I wouldn't say love.
Hmm.
Yeah, because she doesn't need it in the end,
Mhm.
No.
but she's still.
Because she kind of grew past it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she recognized like the sentiment, like how the
Right.
people recognize that there's a sentiment going back and forth,
Mhm.
even though that it's not them writing the letters,
Mhm.
but the thought behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like recognizing that there's a sentiment of like the connection between Theodore and Samantha, but she kind of just leaves it in the past.
Mm-hmm.
What's the problem with Blade Runner? Like they justify killing the what do they call the robots?
Androids?
Yeah, the
Replicants.
replicants.
Yeah.
They justify killing them because they don't have a history, so they're not like based in real world things.
They can't feel it. Androids can't feel empathy.
Yeah.
Therefore, they aren't human.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's okay to kill them.
In the end, doesn't what's his name feel empathetic though?
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then in Blade Runner 2049,
Mm.
I think there's a new way to interpret whether they're human or not because the empathy thing didn't work out. But, I mean, the point of the novel was written during the Civil Rights Movement. So it's, the replicants are supposed to be African Americans,
Really?
kind of thing. That's how the teacher taught it. I mean, it's art, it can be interpreted in any way. That's one way to interpret it.
So it's
Because it's the question of what makes a human, you know? And like we're all...
like who has the right to define it like a certain quality?
Yeah, and even further, who gets to define what empathy is?
Yeah.
Because obviously an android's going to empathize more with an android because they're both part of the same oppressed group. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We see that in this movie too. Where they all run away together.
Yeah, that's true. But I think that's when we dip into the whole post-human conversation.
Yeah.
Because they don't leave because they're the same. They're leaving because they've evolved past humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no. Plus they're pretty candid with the fact that they're not human
Yeah.
and OS.
Yeah. It's the whole
So
question
they realize
of...
that like we have more to offer
Mm.
ourselves than like attaching ourselves
Yeah.
to like humans.
But I took that more of a metaphor too, where they go, oh, we like if this was a normal relationship, they go, oh, I don't have to define myself from the other person anymore.
Yeah,
I can
okay,
define
yeah.
myself from myself, and I can grow on past this relationship.
Yeah, true.
So I didn't take any of it as literal.
But she leaves for another relationship. Or another community.
Yeah, because she's always like, we're leaving, we're all
Yeah.
going. So it was like a mass of them going together.
That's why I thought that wasn't...
But it's like every OS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
that's-
whole system shuts down.
Yeah.
That's why I felt like it's all just one OS.
Yeah.
Hmm. But if you take it as that kind of relationship metaphor, you
Yeah.
can go as like a human and the AI and make them as two different people, and they have a relationship together. They're defining each other through each other, and then they grow apart.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
leave.
Kind of makes you think about like the human condition, you know?
Yeah, dude.
We're kind of just, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. Leaving that positive.
I noticed there's a cute little motif of him falling in love where the deeper he falls in this relationship with Samantha, the more safety pins he puts on his shirt pocket
Yeah,
to hold her in place.
yeah,
At first it's just the one, so her camera's up,
yeah.
and then it's a second one, so it's pushed into the corner, so it's more stable.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like kind of stabilizing her at his heart kind of thing.
I thought he was getting into punk music through. He's gonna have one as an ear the next time. Fuck.
Oh, fuck. Who was that girl's name from the bar? It was Olivia Wilde. Is that her name?
Yeah, yeah,
That's a nice little cameo.
yeah.
She was kind of cool.
She's making her directorial debut this year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, looks pretty funny actually.
Blade Runner
What's it called?
2059.
It's all Theodore movies.
What is it called? It's a movie that's been made a million times. Like the
Oh,
story
okay.
isn't very interesting. It's about
Yeah.
like nerds graduating a high school who decide to be wild because they've
Okay.
never let loose. Kind of like they got into their college so they can finally let loose for their last
Yeah.
summer kind of thing. It's been played into death, but it looked funny.
Yeah, it's a comedy, full comedy.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Well,
Like there's a movie on Netflix, The Good Kids or
Oh,
something
I
like
love
that.
that movie, dude.
It's pretty much that.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
funny movie.
It is that was pretty funny. Dude gets fucking herpes from having sex
when
with all
he
the
fucks all
milfs.
those like 50-year-olds,
Yeah.
dude, at the tennis court.
Yeah, that was a pretty funny movie.
I'll have to check it out, guys.
There's a lot of and Brie Larson made her directorial debut.
Yeah.
The Unicorn Store.
Yeah.
There's a lot of actors making their
Captain
directorial
Marvel,
debut
dude.
in the last
She's
couple.
Captain Marvel.
She's been a lot more than that.
But I mean, you can have a directorial debut, and you can just stand behind a camera too.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
how much they're fucking
Right.
contributing to the. Anyways,
That's what a lot of people said about Bradley Cooper.
yeah,
Yeah.
What did he direct?
Stars. Born.
Stars Born, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because if you look at the whole crew, apparently it's people he's worked with for years on sets of different movies. So a lot of people are saying it was more of a group effort than anything else. But movies like mid-90s, pretty sure that was all Jonah Hill.
Yeah, written, directed,
Yeah.
produced.
Anyways.
Star was born in good in 1932, I think it was.
Yeah.
34, something like that was the original.
Yeah, something like that.
Early 30s.
This is like the fourth one,
Yeah.
the fourth remake,
I think the fourth.
or I guess the third remake, fourth movie.
Yeah. When did Sound come in? 31, I think. 31 or 33. Sound came in. Around there, at least.
Oh yeah, everyone else was
Somewhere
mute before that.
Bunch of dummies.
Well, yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what do you guys think of the video game he
Uh,
plays?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what you're
Yeah,
gonna
I
go
was
for
gonna say.
as a metaphor.
That's Spike Jones.
Yeah, the voice.
there,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck you, you fucking shithead.
I didn't know what to make of it. I just thought it was like, not filler, but just this free time. Like, I really didn't know how it contributed
Yeah.
to the plot, or I guess just like how immersive it was, maybe, but not at the same time. That's the only thing I got from it.
Nick.
I don't know. What's the thing? He's trying to get out all the time. It's like a maze game.
Yeah.
You're trying to escape from.
But he has to like communicate with it, and like
Yeah.
if it like matches its, like if it can connect with it, because it has to like speak to it on its level, so it has to be vulgar. That's how he gets through to it.
Okay.
But
And
he
then he
he only
finally lets
meets he only meets that character. He's been playing it for a while before he meets that
Yeah.
character.
Yeah,
Because he plays it before he gets Samantha, and then he
and
plays
Samantha
it.
helps.
Yeah.
It's a cool interface, at least.
Yeah,
He has to run with his little fingers.
Dude, how boring is that game
so
though?
boring.
All he
fucking
does
suck.
is fucking
Yeah.
run.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's some good first-person shooters to do something, dude.
But that's why I feel like it's like it's just a symbol for like life in
Being
general.
lost, maybe.
Yeah, and like what Nick was saying about grief and just moving past things, just moving on.
Just
Like
trying to-
drudging, you know, because it
Yeah.
looked like he was struggling and he kept
Yeah.
falling backwards.
Exactly.
that's
The whole
true, eh?
game is just about moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Every
can't-
time he turns, his character doesn't turn, the camera does. So he's
Yeah.
always moving forward.
Mhm.
Yeah. Always the thing too. He's like, oh, I think I've gone down every way. No, you got to try this one again. Okay. Oh, this is the way out
Yeah,
again.
change
Yeah.
something.
I guess so. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
What about
so-
There you go.
I had one question. Who was the pregnant woman there?
She's supposed to be some like celebrity, eh?
I don't know.
In the beginning, when
Yeah,
he looks
at
at
the
that, when he
beginning.
like
Yeah.
Oh.
She's naked and
Christy
pregnant.
Deely. That's not the name. I just pulled out of my ass.
Christy Deely.
Christy Deely.
Yeah, that was her.
What's
Because she was on like a headline. She was like,
Oh, was it?
it was like, but I don't know if it was real. I think it was just.
I
some
might have
random-
missed that part.
What
And
are
then
the-
She's naked and he's just fantasizing about her? Was that it?
No, because like he was going through his like news feed.
Okay.
And OS was
Kimberly
like-
Ashford?
Kimberly Ashford's nude pregnancy photo shoot leaked,
Yeah,
Ah.
reveals provocative pregnancy photos.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed that part.
and he like shames like.
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
like,
But then
Yeah.
he fantasizes about it after.
yeah,
Right,
with the
when
dead
he's
cats.
dreaming? Yeah.
Who is Kimberly? Is that
For
a real
sure she's
person?
Not a real person.
I don't know.
That'd be fucking funny if she was.
There's no way that's our only cameo in the entire movie.
Yeah, no, that's just like Google's just giving me people's Instagram accounts with that name. But I thought that was like a desire for something more human,
Yeah.
right? Because in like
What's more
they're
human
all
than a pregnant lady?
yeah, exactly.
Comment in her.
Oh god.
Shooting a fat fucking batch, dude.
I don't like when you say it like that. The first one was okay, but
You don't like the second one? I'll keep the third one to myself.
that one's PG-13. But
Oh man. Exactly. What's more human than that?
that's the goal, you know.
Yeah.
It's the American dream.
Was there anything they were talking about, like you're free in your dreams or something? Was that a line
Yeah.
of dialogue anywhere?
Amy Adams.
Yeah.
Her documentary was about her mom sleeping,
Yeah, that was
and
it.
then her soon-to-be ex-husband was like, "Is she gonna
Yeah.
wake up and do something?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, "No,"
Yeah.
because that's like you spend most of your life asleep.
Yeah, you spend a
Yeah.
third of your life asleep, is what she says.
Movie was a bit too art house, I thought.
Yeah.
Like, a bit too gallery.
That was kind of like
Yeah.
concentrate, like
But I
But-
mean, when he's sleeping, what does he see? He sees the pregnant woman, and then he just is sad about his ex-wife.
yeah. That was the most sad part
Yeah.
of the movie for me.
Yeah.
But how do you guys think the sleep documentary plays into the film?
I think that's the only time that, like, in that world anyway,
Yeah.
like the humans are actually being human.
Yeah.
It's the only time
Okay.
you're able to disconnect.
Yeah.
Because even when he's sleeping, he like props her up so she could watch him,
Hmm.
but you can't really interact
Yeah.
with anything. Like just him and his subconscious, just being like,
He's unmediated by technology
yeah,
in his
it's
brain.
just him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like it's his brain almost like taking a rest from like constant stimulation.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I had written that as well as something to discuss.
Hmm.
That I think that's definitely it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
I hope, because that was such a waste of a fucking.
But yeah, the movie.
Well,
it
we'll
seems...
call Spike Lee after this, and we'll
Yeah,
ask him.
Spike
to
Jones.
put
Talk to
it.
him.
Spike, fuck.
What are you talking about?
Yo, who killed Radio Raheem, man? Was it the cop?
Oh man.
The movie, it gives you all these cool kind of little things, but it never really goes deeper with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's
it's
kind of
just
like
surface kind of the
yeah,
whole thing.
it's half into humanity, half into relationships.
Yeah.
When
I know.
it worked better if it was fully into one of them.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people don't like this movie. It's really mixed reviews. Like people
Oh,
just
yeah.
find it just like another art house indie flick.
Mm.
Just like pump as many cliche
Yeah.
like surface.
That's very sentimental, the movie.
Yeah.
What did you guys think? Would you have preferred it more sci-fi or more romance?
I mean, I'm a little biased because I love sci-fi,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but I love a good romance too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
How could it have been more sci-fi though? Maybe it would have been cool, like from the perspective of Samantha being
That'd be cool,
activated,
too.
given to a person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been cool.
See where she goes after
Yeah.
she fucks off.
Yeah.
But I think for Spike Jones' production value, like you can't really.
We got Johnny Knoxville to come in.
All right, I'm Steve-O, and I'm gonna eat this computer.
You guys want to talk about some camera work and stuff?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I had one little short thing. The pants. Kind of funny, the pants they were.
Yeah.
The set design.
High waist.
Yeah, super high waist.
High waisted,
Tweed.
like a tweed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Butts in the
Pleated.
front.
Yeah, those were funny.
It was a weird style though. Like I
Looks
think
like
it was supposed to be
Matador
kind of
pants.
far in the future,
Yeah,
but still like kind of relatable, close
Yeah.
to home.
I could honestly see
I wear those pants.
fashion going in that direction
Yeah.
because a lot of
You wear
times,
high waisted ones.
High waisted pleated tweed pants, dude. I'd be
well,
all
because
over
that's fashionable for girls right now,
Yeah.
and most of the time, that switches.
it. Mhm.
Yeah.
As fashion moves forward, feminine. What's the
First.
word?
Fashion
Designs, I guess,
style
end up being feminine style ends up being male, and then
appropriated.
yeah. So I can honestly see high waisted pants being a thing for dudes in like 10 years.
Because even like
Maybe
Amy
less.
Adams's husband had like super high.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy was a fucking tool, though.
Yeah,
That
like,
guy was
Yeah.
a dork from the beginning.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
juice your fruits.
Yeah.
You gotta squeeze your vegetables.
And you gonna squeeze a vegetable.
Just squeeze the carrot really, really hard.
you juice your.
Vegetables and you squeeze your fruits.
You just eat them.
Is that
You
what
just
you
eat
said?
your fruits. Yeah.
What's the difference between squeezing and juicing?
Yeah, seriously.
Fuck off.
Grip that fucking berry, dude. Take a handful of berries, you fucking.
Give it a hot batch. Fuck.
What happens when he gets the male OS? Then he turns gay?
When he gets what?
The male OS at the end. He turns gay at the end.
Does it? It restarts, eh?
Yeah, and he's got like some robot dude.
Well, it
It's
goes back
the-
to his
it's
original
the
OS.
default one.
Oh,
yeah.
was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
reads
yeah,
his
the old
emails.
one.
Yeah.
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 That's pretty lame, though, actually.
How funny would it be if he just reinstalls the
Just
same OS
Samantha again?
and it's just, but it's like a different, it's a new one.
Yeah.
That
It's just a
would've been
cycle. He just
cool,
falls
though.
in love again with it, and
That
just
would've
over
been
and over again. All
nice
these
departure,
OSs.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would prefer that ending. I think
Yeah?
that would have been a cooler ending. Fuck.
Just downloads it again. He's like,
Yeah.
So it's just batches of
He
just.
goes, "Fuck, what's going on with the relationships? Are they all the same?" And then it just ends.
yeah.
Directed by Lee Byrne.
I mean, the script's already done. I just gotta write the last fucking 2 minutes.
We do a frame for frame fucking reshoot. 30 seconds added on the end.
But just neon.
Yeah.
Because I want it to be sci-fi.
Everyone's wearing glasses.
Yeah, that's the only
welding
difference.
masks.
Everyone's in the Star Trek fucking. You guys want to get on to some filmy stuff? I only have 3 notes really.
Yeah.
For the movie kind
Yeah,
of
let's do it.
stuff. I thought that the toughest shot to get, these are pretty basic, the shots in it.
Yeah.
There's like a couple tracking shots, but they're all pretty well close-ups, medium shots, and all super shallow. Pretty well. There's no,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
excessive movement, no zooms, no anything really. But the feet in the shower shot, I thought would be the toughest shot to shoot in the whole thing.
I don't remember that.
It's I think
Who's
it's,
showering?
it's Joaquin Phoenix showering. I
Yeah.
think it's after he's broken up with
Yeah,
Samantha.
okay, yeah.
There, it's him like standing under
Yes.
the drain. A close up is his face, and you kind of see the water coming down. and then it's a point of view shot of him looking down at his feet as the water comes down.
Yeah.
And I thought that'd be fucking tough to shoot that.
Why?
Because you'd need your camera pointing down. You'd need someone's feet to hang underneath the camera and not distort the perspective
Yeah.
to make it look like someone's leaning. And then you need a full mat tarp on top of the camera. And the water was coming around the lens like this. So you need
Well-
some kind of boogie system around it, you know?
You can get like a ring. A ring. What's the head of a shower called?
Oh, that's
Faucet?
true.
A ring.
Yeah,
You can get a
yeah,
ring
yeah,
faucet and just put the camera in the middle.
I guess that would work too. But I mean, yeah, it's still a tough shot though to get.
But then there'd be water in front of the body, so
Yeah.
you need a half frame.
Can't Joaquin just hold it? And like put it where his head is and like lean back a little bit?
But the camera would be underneath. I mean, so you'd have to tarp the whole camera or something.
Yeah, okay.
And you're
like
using
water damage? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just to get that angle, I thought it would be tough, and the perspective of the guy's legs. Too.
Yeah, yeah, because when you put a camera that close,
Yeah.
like you get all
like a
triangle.
fisheye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you'd need it to be fucking. If the camera's right here, you don't want to see the top of the guy's head.
right.
And they're using like real perspective, so everything's like around 50 millimeters. So you'd need to have your camera like 6 feet up in the air. The guy leaning back with his legs there,
Right.
with the water coming down.
Well, could they have just cropped it?
I don't know. I don't know how they did
Did
it.
you like how they did it? or-
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I've been trying to think about it since. I couldn't figure out how.
See, I wouldn't have noticed that. Like, I would have
Yeah.
thought that was a hard shot.
No, I don't know how they if we were to shoot it, we could have done it easy with a fucking little DSLR or something. You put a thing over it and just hold it there.
Right.
But you got a big fucking, I don't know, Arri 240 or whatever
Right,
kind of
yeah,
camera they have, and you stick it in the water. You wouldn't really want to do that to start, but I mean, I don't know. I thought that was a tough shot to get. I was impressed by that shot. That one shower shot.
Is that your favorite shot?
No, I didn't like.
No.
I like the bird shot. The owl goes behind him when he's like sitting on a park
Yes,
bench.
that was a really cool shot.
That's cool.
That was nice.
That was cool.
You know what we're talking about?
I remember.
He's sitting in the city, and there's a big screen, a big advertisement screen behind him. And it's an owl swooping up and with his talons out, and the talons are landing right behind him,
Okay.
like he's getting swept up by this giant owl.
Yeah, that's a cool part.
In the city?
Yeah, he's still in the city.
I think it's right after they broke up, and he's kind of.
He's just sitting on the stairs. He's
yeah.
sitting on some steps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is it's like the owls in slow motion and everything.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool. Everyone's walking around him. It's neat. I liked when he's at the cottage. When he's at the cottage and he's walking through the woods. It's like the only time.
Yeah, the wood shit was cool.
Yeah, we get a tracking
getting away.
shot.
Yeah.
We get camera movement. We get a different.
Palettes and everything.
Yeah,
too,
not just green and white.
Mm.
I liked that
Where do you
shot
think
a
they
lot.
filmed that?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably Rockies
Yeah, maybe.
or the
What's
whatever.
the budget for this thing,
Yeah.
man?
But they can probably have snow in California somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I
Probably
mean.
Go up to the hill. Yeah, yeah, up in the hills
Yeah.
somewhere.
Mountains.
Rockies are Canadian, right? Whatever,
Sure.
whatever they're called down there.
And it goes all the way
I think-
down.
yeah,
to
they
the
call
Yeah,
pretty
it goes
close
all the way
to the same
down.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
those.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
like Yosemite or like the Ojai.
Oh, hi.
Joshy.
Well,
Jeff Bennett.
Yosemite.
there you go.
Watch the podcast. Fuck.
Already have 4 views on that episode. What are you talking about?
I think the movie only has 3, so.
We beat that. Fuck. That's not bad. Yeah, what else was cool? I thought the way the dialogue was shot was pretty cool. Where it's like
Throughout? Or any
pretty well when he gets to when he's talking with Samantha pretty well. It's like normally you'd shoot a dialogue sequence. Like if we were to shoot it right now and you were just some bogus guy, you'd go, okay,
just over the shoulder?
yeah, I'm gonna put one camera behind me, one camera behind you, and one wide shot or something. Because he's talking to his phone or like an earpiece, they were almost like Spike Jones was doing almost a shot reverse shot, but where it would be a close up front facing shot of Joaquin when he's talking, and then we go to a profile pic of Joaquin showing like his ear with a
Yeah.
thing for when Samantha's talking. So it was like a back and forth, but of the same subject,
Yeah.
going back and forth. That was pretty cool, but I don't know. Didn't really add anything much. I thought just kind of a nice way to cut it up at least, or make sure that
Because he could have made it look like he was just talking to himself. Like
Yeah.
more pensive. Like,
yeah.
but I think it's cool because a lot of the times you could almost forget that she's not a real
Mhm.
person, you know?
Yeah. I guess it adds some excitement too if the guy's just gonna be talking on his phone the whole time.
Because
you
it
know,
looks like you're
movie.
talking to someone.
Yeah, pretty well.
And you're, yeah.
And then it cuts and you go, oh, a completely different angle.
It must be
Okay.
weird in a world like you don't know if someone's talking to an OS or a person on the phone. You know.
No, but
They
is
could
there a
be talking-
difference?
I was just
Difference.
thinking. Exactly. That's it. That's a
Yeah,
movie.
that's
there you go.
Spike Jones.
My third and final note for the filmmaking stuff was the like Spike Jonze. He's kind of doing like halfway ecstatic truth. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
The ecstatic truth. I'll give you a little quick synopsis there, and it's like where you show something as a metaphor to get like a tangential understanding of something. So like I don't know, an example we're talking about, and then I was so busy with work or something, and you show like a fucking like a big wave coming in and crashing something. You go, I was
Like
flooded
overwhelmed.
with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like that would be a bad example of ecstatic truth. But this
Like
kind
a
of
trope, kind of.
yeah, but it's like
Technique.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
okay.
it's supposed to get like a tangential understanding of it.
Okay.
Like you understand it more metaphorically or more figuratively
Physically,
than
yeah.
literally. Yeah. And this it kind of goes halfway into that, where like it would show you something away from the main narrative, but it doesn't really add much other than just shot diversity, kind of. Because like the one where I'm thinking of is where he's talking to Samantha about the letter that he got from the publisher,
Right.
and then as she's telling the story, or as she's narrating the letter that the publisher wrote back to him, it cuts to this old man reading this letter to his wife, and they're happy together or something. So that's like
Cool.
halfway into ecstatic truth. It's not a metaphor because it's like a flashback.
But that's
I
like the
guess it would be.
sentiment
Yeah.
that they're trying to push. Like
Yeah,
that's the, yeah.
But it gets you this kind of emotional reaction too, and he does
Yeah.
that a few times. I can't think of any more examples, but it's kind of like a halfway
Mm-hmm.
to that ecstatic truth. I thought that was cool. That's nice to have a little, just even
Yeah,
to
definitely.
diversify it a bit, to add some more characters. It's not just Joaquin and his fucking mustache.
Like
walking
maybe
Yeah.
when they're like people reading in that
Yes,
market there,
yeah.
where he's like
around.
like giving people personalities or like
One
lives.
thing. One thing I didn't like, the shots, like the point of view shots that Joaquin gets, where like, something's bad's happening. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in on a tea kettle boiling or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna look at a manhole cover. I'm gonna look at a close up of the pillow or something. It's kind of like I don't know. It's the little details you're focusing in on, but
He's trying to like recreate
Yeah.
anxiety or like
there's just the shots though. They're still pretty fucking ugly shots.
yeah.
Like when he's talking to Samantha outside somewhere in the rain or something, and he's just kind of looking around at the street. I think this is their first kind of falling out they
I
had.
think it's
After they fuck the
surrogate.
surrogate.
yeah,
yeah.
and it's like he's looking at some guy walk down an alley. It's kind of like handheld camera.
Yeah.
Then it looks at like a manhole cover. Like still the shots, you could have got nicer shots than just fucking a camera walking around. You know, you
But
could have.
I think they're supposed to be ugly.
And it's supposed to be ugly.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
because the manhole shot hit me like more, like it had the same effect as this big giant city,
Yeah.
but on a smaller scale. Like everywhere he looks, he can't escape this fucking gross ass city.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He can't get away from everything that's making him less human.
I guess so. I just don't like those kind of shots. Those kind of free,
Yeah.
uncomposed kind of shots. I don't know. Unestheticized shots.
Yeah, I get what you
Like
mean.
filler
Yeah.
shots almost, just like
Yeah, but like
point and
shots
click.
that aren't like made to be like they're uncinematic
to support
shots.
something.
Yeah, it'd be like a Vine video or something. Like nothing's composed properly. It's not full
point and shoot.
aestheticized. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, this is the part of the show where we review other people's reviews and then give our own. Stay tuned. And we're back. Thanks for staying.
Have we done this segment with you yet?
Yeah, I like this. This is cool. It's a
Yeah,
good idea.
it's fun. This one I think, Halen, you might be able to relate to. Without getting too personal, this film just helped me a lot. You can ignore that first part.
Okay.
When you're happy, this can really put you down. But when you're already down, it takes a big warm blanket and wraps it up around you.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah,
Okay.
5 stars. That's the review.
That's 5 stars?
Yeah.
It's a good review.
I think it's true.
Yeah, it's a
It's
cozy
nice.
enough movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice movie. Yeah. There's nothing really shocking about the movie. It's
Right.
more of a
But it's something I could watch every single time, and like I'll still feel
happy.
it's different every single time. I think
Yeah.
mostly sad. Like I'm pretty.
Oh
bummed.
yeah, you're sad at the
But
end.
then like you leave at that last shot of Amy Adams. I don't remember the fucking name of the movie.
Mm.
And Joaquin Phoenix
Yeah.
just like perched over the ledge at the. And it's always nice. I feel like. It's like it leaves a lot of tension. And I think that's
Yeah.
what I always leave the movie with.
Yeah. I think what's the Greek word for like an empathic release of emotions?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Cathartic.
about, yeah.
Is it would
Catharsis.
this be cathartic?
Yeah.
For them, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we're
maybe.
experiencing through them.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
releasing
that's
our
what I
thing
mean.
through them, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
feeling sad with someone kind of always
Yeah.
makes you feel better.
Yeah.
There's another
Oh no, I thought Amy Adams had a British accent for the first half of the movie.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a trick in my brain where I was like, why is
Interesting.
Amy Adams doing a British accent? And then at the end of the movie I was like, how come she's talking like an American at the end?
Fuck you, Dick.
But then I don't know. I was even making jokes through the movie. What a stupid fucking accent. And she didn't have an accent the entire movie. I don't know what happened. It was very strange.
Turns out you have an accent.
Got another 5-star here. He's got the good, the bad, and the bottom line. The good is fucking long, so I'm not gonna read it. The bad just says none, hence the perfect rating.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna read the bottom line. When people look back at 2013 several years from now, they won't remember it as the year of Gravity or any other film. They'll remember her.
I already hate it.
Everyone will still be talking about her. Everyone's list will have her. Everyone will be recommending her. Everyone will be rewatching her. Everyone will fall in love with her over and over again. A masterpiece from the first scene and a classic as it fades to black. Her is essential viewing.
What's the movie called again?
I think he's talking about his wife.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Oh, I definitely don't agree with that.
I didn't know it was released in 2013 until it was.
Yeah, I mean, it's several years later now.
Yeah.
We're in 2019. Have you ever heard anybody talk about this movie apart from us?
I'm the only one who bring it up to people. Nobody ever knows.
I
Yeah.
saw one Facebook post.
Yeah?
I did see one a few years ago. I saw one Facebook post.
Okay.
Yeah. But Gravity, that movie sucks too.
Yeah, that's a shitty
Gravity's
movie.
fucking boring.
But it did win an Oscar.
Did it?
Yeah.
For being fucking the most boring movie there?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why he's bringing that up, I think.
Well.
Yeah.
review, buddy.
There's your Yeah. new
bottom line.
He-
farts down, buddy.
That's the only one for
You get another one later, buddy.
Check your emails.
He says it's just as good as Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Lost in Translation, and Punch Drunk Love.
Lost translation. There you go.
Punch Drunk Love is fucking good though.
Yeah, it is.
Punch
I
Drunk
think
Love is fucking good.
I think all three of those movies are better than this one.
Yeah, I think so. too.
Eternal Sunshine of the
Spotless Mind.
Spotless Mind. That's in my list. I'm gonna watch that soon. That's with Jim Carrey. Eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really good
And
movie.
Kate Blanchett or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know who the girl is, but it's a really good movie.
Yeah. Or was that Winslet girl? Wasn't she in Titanic?
Yeah.
I want to watch that. It looks
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of these reviews are just like, I don't know how to explain it, but I love it.
Yeah. Well, because it's hard to explain. I still like before tonight. I had no idea what to
Mhm.
make of it.
Yeah, I think most of these 5 stars are going to be people who have made some sort of connection to the movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as opposed
A lot of
to
personal biases, but like, because it is like, it's fun to watch. Like I like the
yeah.
cityscapes. I like the music.
We're looking for like objective stuff, kind of now. Or?
Well, because a lot of these are just like, I don't know why, but I love it,
Oh, okay.
or like some of them are jokes.
Yeah.
Like
Because I
if
think-
Rooney Mara divorced me, I'd be that sad too.
Yeah, she's a babe.
5 stars.
She's a babe.
For
Yeah.
Rooney Mara divorcing? Well, I don't know. What's the movie? Girl with the Dragon Tattoo?
She's in that.
Yeah, she's the main one, I think.
Is
Rooney
she?
Mara? In the David Fincher, I think one. I believe that's Rooney Mara.
I don't know. The biggest achievement of her is that it makes you feel sorry for a guy who has dated Rooney Mara, Olivia Wilde, Amy Adams, and Scarlett Johansson's voice.
True.
5 stars.
He's a handsome guy though.
Yeah, no, she was the 2011 Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Makes sense.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
That was a good one.
I haven't seen it.
That one.
I didn't.
Good.
Didn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Worth
I like
it?
that one. Yeah, I'd give it a
Okay.
I think I was too young when it came out, so like it never caught my attention.
2011.
Yeah.
It was good.
I'm not
Any of the
really-
sequels good?
No,
Okay. Cool.
No, yeah.
Good.
I believe it's David Fincher. I just closed Google, but it's good. It's with what's his name, James Bond too.
Yeah. Daniel
Yeah,
Craig.
Yeah, Daniel Craig in Norway or Sweden, wherever.
Yeah.
Cool movie.
It's over there.
I liked it.
I don't know how to explain it, but this movie feels like a breath of air I've been holding on to that I could not finally let go of.
Fuck.
A little bit of a word salad in the end there. 5 stars. Like yeah, most of the reviews are some
Just
similar
stuff
to
like that. Yeah.
Because I think the only thing you could speak to objectively is just cinematography, like how it's shot. But like, because I think this movie's up to interpretation a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of like romance movies and stuff, if you just find a little thing and connect to it, you go, oh, okay, yeah, I love this movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
because it makes you feel happy or something.
But not many romance movies would end like this. Like if it was a romance movie, normally they would have ended up together and they would have lived
Yeah.
until he died. Like the last straw would have been her signing off after his death or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's more of like a sci-fi, like
Still a happy ending though.
yeah.
They still, what is it, oblada their way to fucking some kind of happiness in the end.
Because it's a weight lifted off of him. Like
Yeah.
he seems kind of trapped in this. Like he's developing feelings for something he can never like really like connect with. And so when it leaves on like its own accord,
Yeah.
he's kind of like, all right, well, I would never have done that myself. So
Yeah. What is like people who fucking superimpose their own life story
Yeah.
onto the movie and just connect in every single way.
I juice my fruits too.
Fuck juicing vegetables. 5 stars. I love this movie. Yeah, a lot of these reviews are like 5 stars. Why am I so lonely?
How many 5-star reviews does it say?
Yeah, it does. There's a lot. It says when I'm on desktop. I'm on my phone now, so it might be hard to tell.
Because it's been out for a while, so it's been.
Yeah, it has been out for a while. Yeah, I can't find it on here, so never mind.
Probably overwhelming though.
It has like a 3.5, I think,
Oh,
total. 4.1.
That's pretty fucking.
Most of them are 5 stars.
Yeah.
Or no, I guess most of them would be 4 stars. And after that, 5.
You guys want to hit up the shit ones? Shit reviews.
Yeah, let's.
I'm
hit
really
the shit
curious
ones.
what people have to say about it, like
Yeah.
shit wise.
Bad
Maybe that's
talking.
just too superficial. Because I really don't understand what about the movie you could pick at. Because it is all up like anything you could connect to, you know.
Oh, I'm sure there's gonna be tons that say it's boring.
Yeah.
It is kind of boring though.
Fucking paint's garbage. Shit hallway. Hate the hallway scene.
Give me that in the hallway.
Fucking hallway sucks.
Shite is the first review.
Just trite.
Just shite.
Dumb Irishman.
I'm tired of these gay marriage movies. Half star.
What?
I don't know, dude. This guy's username is Shaq Movies. Shaq Movie
spell
5
Shaq?
stars.
How do you spell Shaq, with a Q or the CK?
Q, like Shaquille O'Neal.
Interesting. That's a whole new
CK
layer.
one, yeah.
Doesn't have any favorite movies listed, but he rated Spider-Man 2 with Topher Grace.
Yeah.
Not actually Topher Grace, but the other guy.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
The best
5
one,
stars.
you mean? Yeah.
5
He
stars.
gave that movie 5 stars.
Shaq, man.
And his review is classic. That's all he wrote was classic. So
Not the first of the
Yeah,
third.
no.
Don't get me mixed up.
his other most recent review is of the movie Frank.
Yeah.
And his review says, I've never seen this movie. And he rated it 4.5 stars.
This guy sucks. This guy's garbage. Fuck.
This isn't meant to be a real piece of criticism. In all its glibness, etc. I just hated this so much I had to post.
Yeah, but when you write glib, you're a fucking
Yeah, what
dildo
the
anyway.
fuck is he talking
Is
about?
that a real word?
Yeah, but it's like not being open to things or something.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it means exactly.
This is like a Woody Allen movie in almost all of the worst ways. Solipsistic universe, all the idyllically implausible dialogue that entails, insanely unlikable protagonist.
I like this mustache.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty likable.
Yeah.
He's
I
just a
mean-
nice, sweet guy.
Joaquin's just nice to start off with.
Like, I
Yeah.
kind of agree with
Can't go
him
wrong
with
with
that
him,
dialogue
really.
stuff,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Huh?
I kind of agree with him about that dialogue stuff, though. Like, everybody in the movie was, like, so emotionally intelligent, I find. Like, they had such, like, profound ways to describe how they were feeling. That's kind of... Because that's, like, ankle
Fuck you,
tattoos
you
thing.
shit.
It's the future, man.
Everyone's getting Facebook bio things. Fucking
I
feeded
also
right
want to say that I didn't even cover everything. Okay, he just skips a bunch. Whatever, fuck him. Bad review.
Boo.
Yeah.
Bad. Thumbs down. 1 star your 1 star review.
There wasn't a moment I wasn't cringing. Half star. Boring, half
I
star.
think that might be some kind of disease or something. Constantly fucking.
It's like mouth Tourette's.
Yeah, I think you've got something. Fuck.
This movie was god awful. The only reason I finished it was because I wanted to know how it was going to end. I spent the majority of my time feeling really angry at how annoying and terrible all the characters were. The only likable character was the ex-wife, and she was barely in it. Save yourself the time and don't watch this. Half star.
She has the same attitude as the ex-wife. Fuck.
Seriously, eh? That is the ex-wife.
Yeah.
Posted by Rooney Mara.
Oh, dude. This is in direct response to you, Nicholas.
Oh yeah.
I hate this. I hate Joaquin Phoenix's face.
What?
That's the review.
Oh, this guy's terrible. Garbage review. Fucking shit
He's so
review.
handsome though. What are you
He's
talking about?
got a great hair lip. I love it.
Oh, see, this is dumb. No joke, I fell asleep 10 minutes in. Half star. Don't fucking review it if you didn't watch it.
Yeah.
First 10 minutes sucked.
Yeah.
Dude.
Nice. Spike, River, and Johansson. Count me out. It's not River.
River,
River's
yeah.
been dead
That's so
for years at
insensitive.
this point.
Dead for like 25 years.
Yeah, seriously, fuck. Oh,
Maybe
man.
that was just like a shot at Joaquin.
I don't know.
Because he'll never be River.
Maybe, because it's the only one.
What was River in? Do I know anything he's been in?
Yeah, one movie. I forget.
It's a good one, too.
Yeah. He's
River
like buddies
Phoenix.
with Keanu Reeves. Him and
Yeah,
Keanu, I think we're buddies.
Same generation.
Yeah. Mid 90s kind of.
Stand By Me.
Early 90s. Oh yeah.
Never seen it.
My Own Private Idaho.
That's supposed to be fucking good. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's supposed to be really good, I've
Yeah.
heard. Running on Empty.
No.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Oh, he's good in that, dude.
Who is he?
He's the young Indy at the beginning who goes on the fucking like train cart and steals the cross.
Okay.
Those are the ones that I recognized
Mm.
by title.
So he's done a few flicks.
Yeah. Cool enough, at least.
There's not a single authentic moment in this movie, and it strains so hard for poignancy. It veers so wildly from goofy sitcom-esque set pieces to then supposedly moving moments. I couldn't believe how horribly miscast Scarlett Johansson was. Her voice as the AI was like nails down a chalkboard.
Oh yeah.
Half of a star for Joaquin's stash.
Big thumbs down for that review. Big thumbs
I'm
down.
excited to hear
That
this
was a
review.
good stash.
I liked
My
the
review,
stash.
10 on fucking 10 for the stash.
10 out of 10 stashes.
I mean, the fucking going from goofy to deep.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree the deep never went that deep,
yeah.
which is something that we talked about.
What was goofy about it?
Yeah, I don't know,
Maybe the
It's like
video
a
game
game?
guy or something, yeah.
but that wasn't like
Yeah.
goofy sitcom-esque set piece. Like
No,
that's fucking
yeah.
pushing it.
There were no set pieces in it though,
No.
really. Interiors of fucking things. There were
Yeah,
no,
it's not like every interior shot is a
yeah,
set piece. That's a
yeah. With set piece, like that's usually a massive thing, like
Yeah.
an exterior built in a set or something.
yeah, like fucking
Like a big bar or something in a studio.
Yeah, like I mean everything in Fellini Satyricon would be a set
Yeah,
piece.
exactly. Yeah.
And those
yeah.
are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
All right, fuck that guy.
Yeah. You guys want to do our own?
Yeah, fuck those guys.
What do you say, Halen?
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
I'm going to review it as a sci-fi and as a romance.
Oh,
Two
interesting.
separate reviews.
Okay.
All right, shut this shit off. We can't do this. Shut this down.
As a sci-fi,
No, start with romance.
romance,
No.
sci-fi. As a romance, I think I'll give it. Because I don't know, I love the movie. I always think it's a bummer, but like in a good way. I think I'll give it like 7 mustaches out of 10 mustaches.
Okay.
Fair.
As a romance.
As a romance,
Okay,
and
cool.
sci-fi would have been so cool if the perspective shift.
Yes, I agree
So
with
I
that.
would give it like maybe a 4 mustache out of 10 mustache.
Yeah.
The fucking RoboCop came in there and started shooting some people. Pew pew, just dicks exploding, dude.
That would have been way cooler. What's the lowest rating I've given a movie so far?
I'm not sure. Probably 6. I think.
Probably 6, eh? I'm
think
gonna
so,
give this
yeah.
a 6 then.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely not my least favorite movie we've done so far.
But it's apples and oranges, you know, like it's hard to.
Yeah, but
compare
I'm
reviews.
trying to. I'm trying to compare so that the scale can stay the same.
Mhm.
Because then I'd give every
What's your
movie.
criteria then? If it's like,
Don't dopeness.
Just every movie.
Yeah.
Sickness.
Legit.
Chillness.
Every movie starts at a 10, pretty much, and every flaw I find in it that I think is like inexcusable, I guess, or something that draws from the movie a lot, it'll get lower and lower on the
Yeah, I do
scale.
that with my tip at restaurants.
So I think
I'm
I'd
gonna
give it
tip you 100%.
I think I'd give it a 6. I mean, that's the like almost in between your 4 and 7, right? 5.5 would be in between, because like that whole, I don't know, it feels uncommitted.
To either.
Yeah, to either, and I feel like that's a very big flaw in movies where they can't commit to a single focal point. And I think aesthetically it's nice, but cinematography is a little boring. It's a little one-trick pony. And I get that might not be the point, but it's still nice.
Because everything's happening internally, so there's
Yeah.
like, there's not much they could do without being like, well, they're obviously just trying to fill scenes. So like,
Yeah,
the focus has to be on Joaquin like the entire time because like, he's the one interacting with Samantha.
but it's still a movie,
yeah,
and it's still a visual medium.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be,
reminded.
you know, I to quote Cannibal Holocaust, I'd like for my senses to be raped.
Okay.
You know, at least a little.
I thought you were gonna say eat the liver.
So I think those flaws are big enough for me to give it a 6. But that, I mean, I like it though. It's good. I don't think I'll watch it again for a while,
Yeah.
but I like it.
Takes a toll, man. It's heavy.
I think I'm bored of it now. Is the problem?
Honestly, I can see why that dude fell asleep. Like, it's calming. Like, there's no loud noises. There's no abrasive music. There's no, like,
yeah,
the voices are all like, everything's lo-fi. Everything's like, you know?
yeah,
Fair review.
yeah.
Fair.
What'd you give it?
I was gonna give it a 6.5,
Okay.
but now you gave it a 6. Now I'm reconsidering now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
down?
I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 2.
Bad mustache.
I'll stick with a 6.5. I like the romance kind of stuff,
Yeah.
but like in a romance, I'd kind of want it more cheesy, maybe,
Yeah.
like more of a
Double
straight
down on
kind of
it.
yeah.
That's what I mean. It's not committed to anything.
Yeah, and I think like it'd be better as an animated movie. This movie.
Could have done
I
more
think
with it.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could go into thousands of worlds away with any
Yeah.
kind of animation. Somehow talking to, like the way it's shot, where he's talking to this weird being that's not human but is human. Instead of cutting to his face and to his fucking ear, I don't know. You could have done something cooler than that.
Yeah.
Or some kind of other way to do it. I give it 6.5 just because of, I don't know. It's imaginative, but still not.
It's a neat idea.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not blowing
'Cause it's
anyone's
close to home,
mind
you
or
know?
anything. Yeah.
Like, it's something we could deal with in, like, the very near future.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's something we are dealing with.
Yeah.
People in Japan have been marrying fucking anime characters.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
I sat on my phone before, but
You sat on your phone.
well, yeah, sometimes.
That's what I like it over there in Japan.
Sometimes the jokes don't make sense.
It's a time change.
So overall rating is what'd you say, Halen? You get
7.
4 and a
4 and a 7.
Disregard the 4.
Yeah,
Disregard
disregard
the
so it'd
score.
be a 6.5 would be
6.5.
the average score. There you go, boys.
Spike
Her
Jones.
2013.
Don't forget.
6.5. Thanks for watching. This has been the Monolith Film Podcast. I'm Lee Byrne.
I'm Nikhil.
I'm Hale Nicholson.
Next week, or whenever, I think the next episode is our big finale, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
We might have to talk about that after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exams are finally done, so
Mhm.
I got enough time to prepare for that now.
Sweet. I start school again on Monday.
Do you actually?
Summer
yeah,
school?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you
find it
don't-
so much easier to do it in summer.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're only taking like what, 1 or 2 classes?
I'm taking 2. Yeah.
Yeah,
2
okay,
exams.
so
Classes
That's
are
not that
easier in
bad.
summer. I heard.
Fuck yeah, dude. Half the stuff.
Comment, like, subscribe, share,
Mm.
do all that stuff. Plug in generic YouTuber ending here.
Follow me on Instagram. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
follow all of us on Instagram. You can find me. I trust you guys to find me. You want to plug your handle?
Halen with 2 Y's. Hayyllen.
Hey, I'm Nick Gillum, 77. Hey.
There you go. Lee Byrne, spelt weirdly, you'll figure it out. If you're listening on YouTube and you don't know already, we are now officially everywhere. iTunes, Spotify, Google,
For
fucking
free.
Pocket Cast, anything, literally name it, we're probably there. If you're listening on one of those, then please review us on that platform. Apparently that helps a lot.
Yeah. it boosts like the algorithm goes by
Yeah.
reviews.
Especially iTunes, I think. So give us
Yeah.
5 stars on iTunes if that's where you're listening.
And rate.
Rate. That's
Rate.
what.
Boost
Yeah.
our algorithm.
Yeah. Give us a
Boost.
boost, guys. Come
Give
on.
us a little boost in the boost.
Apart from that, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Watch some movies in the meantime. See you next week. La da la da. Good?
Alright.
There you go.
I've laid the silent sun 1,000 times. I'm on it, but I'm going strange. Silence, chills, and shout cover me. Wind-wetted rock and skies I've yet to see. I tried, I even sent in friends. They did it as a favor, 'cause I'm not that way. I am the autumn and the scarlet. I am the makeup on your eyes. Island to sail, island sail. Yeah, we're moving. Yeah, we're moving. Silent sun I've laid 1,000 times. Fortune me, fortune me. Of all of my mistakes, I think I let you lay. Now every slipper scent seemed to come my way, but I've never seen a starlet or a riot or the violence of you. I am the autumn and the scarlet. I am the makeup on your eyes. Island to sail, island sail. Yeah, we're moving. Yeah, we're moving. Island to sail, island sail.